Hello and welcome to a new video. This is my first video ever in English as well. I usually plan to make English videos maybe one day in the future, like in years, when my English is way better. Yeah, but I just thought I don't care anymore because of course, like, it's important that I speak like the grammar right, but if I have something wrong, you can please correct me in the comments. I'm not mad at all. I'm really grateful if you do. But in general, I thought it would be like good for me if I start speaking English now, so I get used to it and so it gets like natural for me to speak it. And yeah, this video is about like how I got confident speaking English on the internet, because I already have a few friends that I'm only able to speak English with because they don't speak my mother language and I don't speak their mother language, so we only have English. So I already speak it with them, but I never would have thought that I would make a video like for the whole world to see me speaking English, especially because it's not where I want to go with English. But I will trust the process. With time, over my age, I will get definitely better and expand my vocabulary. Yeah. But still, I'm really confident speaking, as you can tell, or at least I hope you can tell. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how my English journey went and like how it's going and how I got confident. Because if you would have told me, let's say 5 years ago, that I would be speaking English on the internet and posting videos about me speaking English, I would have never believed you. If you would have told me that I have friends that I'm only able to speak English with, that I really like and that really see me and I really see them, I would have never believed you as well. So here I am. So little me, I'm proud of you that you got out of your comfort zone and speak English now on the internet. Because yeah, little me was really shy and like introverted, if it's like even an English word. But she was like, yeah, she would have never wanted someone to hear her speak English, because I would have like a little struggle with a few pronunciations in English. But anyways, the most important thing is that people understand me, and I guess they do. At least, hopefully here you can. I'm trying to speak slow and loud so you can understand me. But let's get to the part where I talk about like how I got confident in speaking English. And also I kind of think that like my English personality is a little bit different than my German one, even though it's of course like the same because we're the same person. But it's like, I don't know, it's at some point I feel like I'm a little bit different and the way I'm pronouncing things. So it's really interesting for me as well to see like people interact like in their mother language and in English, because I think we all have like a little kind of different personality in different languages, because some languages just don't allow you to expose you the way you would like to expose yourself, and other languages do. But yeah, like I said, in school I was never confident speaking it at all, because all of my classmates were way better than me, or at least they were more confident in speaking it. And I think with speaking English, it's a lot about the confidence that you have, because if you speak it like confidently, people view you differently. And like, yeah, even in school, like, I didn't even know, like, if they were saying it right or wrong, but, like, if they were, like, having, like, this presence, like, pretending that they are saying it right and doing it correctly, you automatically think that they are doing it right. So I never had this. I was always shy when it comes to speaking other languages, and when it was, like, yeah, saying something or, like, improving, I even chose, like, to graduate English, not, like, with the speaking part. I was, like, the only one in my whole class who did, like, the graduate thing with like writing and listening instead of like speaking for 15 minutes, because I was like not confident in like my English, like I told you. And I think this shows it like pretty good. Some of my classmates, they had like the same English level as me and they spoke as good as me, but I was like the reading part, the listening part and the writing part, because I was really good at the writing part as well, but like not the speaking part so much. So I chose this as the only person in the whole class, and like I think in my whole year we were like only 3 or 4 people. So yeah, it's really uncommon to do this. At least at my place it was uncommon to do it. But anyways, my teacher once told me, like in my last year of school, that she noticed that I got more confident in speaking English and that it got better. I don't even know how, because at this time I didn't have like my English friends. So yeah, but I think it was maybe just because of social media, because I started listening to more social media videos in English and everything. So this improved my English skills as well, or at least like how I feel with speaking English. And the big major part is definitely that I went abroad and talked with people there, because otherwise I would have never been forced to speak English. And honestly, I don't even really speak English in my hometown, and I never even realized how important it is to speak English, because you don't need it. If you're like only in your hometown, you don't really need it that much. Of course, in vacation you also need another language, especially English. But at this time, when I was still at school, I didn't went like to see the world, you know. So I was mainly in my home country and spoke my mother language, so I never got to learn English. But after I was forced to speak another language, I needed to get into it more, and I needed to be more confident speaking it as well, because yeah, if you don't say it confidently, you like get lost completely. And I am a confident person in German, so I wanted to show this personality also to English speaking people, so I needed to try to find a way. And the best part was definitely finding like friends who speak another mother language than me, so the only way we have to communicate is English. And some of them speak way better English than me. They speak like English like it's like their second mother language, and I'm really impressed by that. So yeah, thank you for talking all the time, because I like listening to them, because then I can learn, and it's really interesting for me as well to listen, because then I can see like how much they really understand and how is it going and everything. But of course there were also people that didn't speak English as well as I did, so it was like a really big struggle for me sometimes to communicate, because I'm also not the best in English and I need to understand them. It was like sometimes really hard, but we got along. And I think if you want to be friends with someone, you can get along even if the English is not perfect. You just maybe need to repeat things multiple times, but it doesn't matter, because if you see the other person, feel like the vibe, it just doesn't matter. But yeah, this was like the big thing for me, the big change that like helped me to be more confident in speaking English. But I would say if you're like in your home country, try to find English speaking friends as well. And especially if you find someone whose mother language is English as well, it's even better, because then you can learn it more, because their grammar is probably right because it's their mother language. It should be right at least, so you can like adapt the things that they say and improve your English as well. So I would suggest you this like pretty bad if you like don't find someone like on the street, or like if you don't know already someone, you can still search on social media. If you see people that you like and if they don't speak your language, you can text them in the comments in English, and maybe they will start a conversation, and maybe you will find friends like this. Or you can text them on Instagram, wherever you want. Just text them and then let's see, and maybe they want to communicate with you, maybe they don't, and maybe it's like a vibe, and then you like get close friends, and then you improve your English and you have a new close friend. So it's a win-win situation for everyone, and they also have like a friend that is living like in another country, so you can teach them your language. And that's also something I never noticed, like how important languages really are and like how interesting this whole topic is, even though I need to say I'm like a really logical person, and languages are mostly like not really logical. It's like you need to remember the things that you're learning, because you need to remember the vocabulary. You cannot like improve and think logically like how it could be and blah blah. And maybe at some things you can think of words that could mean like the things you search for, but if you want to learn a language, you need to learn the vocabulary, obviously, and the grammar, of course. And these are like things that you just need to learn and know. And yeah, like I said, I'm like more a logical person, so it's like not really my deepest interest, but still I'm like interested in like languages, and I find it really fascinating if people are interested in them. And I also talked with a few people about other languages, and like I realized like how many things are really like similar to like my language and to like other countries, or like in general like how languages are built. And it's a really interesting thing, but still something that I'm like not deep into it, but I think it's good if people are. But I met people that are really interested in languages, and they told me a few things about languages in general, about their language, about a few things, and I was really impressed by this, and I was really interested in listening and learning it, but I will not be able to speak these languages. And I also met someone who was speaking multiple languages fluently, like I think it was 5 or 6 languages, just impressive. And I think it's so cool, like especially like if you're like born speaking like 2 mother languages. I think it's such a cool thing, because then you have like kind of like a secret language, if it's not like English, but yeah, you have another language as well. And in some other countries you will have another language as your secret language, let's say it like this. So I think it's such a cool, and I also think if you were like born and raised with 2 languages at the same time, it's really good for your brain to learn even more languages. At least that's something that I noticed, like with my friends in school who had like multiple mother languages. For them it was way more easier to learn a new language than for people who only had like 1 mother language. And isn't this kind of crazy and interesting? And if you're like not into languages at all, or like don't like them this much, just try to focus on English, because it's literally a language that you need all over the world, and it's just necessary to have it. And find friends who like only speak English with you, because then you're forced to speak English, you know. And this is something like, I know you probably don't like it, but if you like the person, you are willing to do it. So that's also a good thing for both of you. The other person is learning English as well. Yeah, and I hope this video helped you somehow. I don't even give you like big tips, but I will just record this video as well, also for me, to like get more confidence speaking English and show it to the world that I'm like speaking English fluently now, kind of fluently. I know that some things I'm probably not correct, or I could like use better or more advanced vocabulary. I know, I told you I will get there, but right now this is like enough for people to understand me, or at least I hope you all can understand me. But if not, I will keep working on getting better and speaking English, so my videos will be useful for as many people as possible, because this is also something that I'm looking really forward to make more videos in English, so more people can watch it and benefit from my videos. Because of course you now have, like, if I speak German, you have like the subtitles and you can use the English subtitles, but I think it's sometimes really difficult to describe things the same way as I do in German. And also I think it's not that easy with me speaking German, because sometimes I'm speaking really fast, also in English as well, but in German also, so it's like even harder for the translator to translate it correctly. So yeah. And also I forgot to mention this as a separate point, but watch YouTube videos in English, or listen to English music, of course, but I think many people already do it. But also listen to YouTube videos about whatever, like vlogs, about mindset videos, about whatever you're interested in. Listen to them in English, because this will also like improve your vocabulary and like the way you understand English. But of course, like, to improve like the way you speak it and get more confident at doing it, you need to do it. There's no other way than doing it, because you will not get better at speaking English if you just watch 100 videos a day. You need to actually speak it. Even if you speak it like by yourself, like I'm literally doing right now with my phone, you can do the same, talking about some topic to yourself in the mirror. You don't need to record yourself. You can even record yourself if you want, but just speak it. And I would really suggest to find friends that speak English as well, because this is like such a motivation for you to learn it and like to be better at it and to communicate with your friends. So yeah, I'm endlessly grateful for all my English speaking friends. By the way, this is like also like, without you I wouldn't be able to make this video probably, because I wouldn't be as confident as I am. And even though sometimes they made fun of me about some things that I'm pronouncing or whatever, I do not care about these, because I'm not taking this personal at all, because I'm giving my best, I'm trying my best, and this is all that matters in my opinion, at least. So yeah, if you have anything to say, please comment and let me know what you think, or like how you maybe got more confidence speaking English, because maybe your information will help another person reading your comment. So I would be really glad if you would like be able to help each other. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have an amazing day. This is like my outro I always use in German, so I will use it in English of course now as well. It's like always, thank you so much for watching. Of course, I think everybody's saying this, but anyways, and have an amazing day, because I like to wish people a great day, because every day is a great day. But yeah, and then in German I always say thank you, like I said before, and then tschüssi. Tschüssi is like bye bye. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Tschüssi.